Hey Anthony, hey Teresa. Sorry for being late. I lost my phone. Almost as bad as the dog ate my homework. Hey Susan. I had just been texting or messaging with Jason on Redfish Bluefish and then Blake's Aquatics and went in and put a cap on so y'all wouldn't have to see that mess and cleaned my glasses and I couldn't find my phone. Hey RLC. So I found it. It was right where I laid it down by an aquarium. It wasn't a usual spot. So let me move where I intended to be and see what's up. Oh, yeah, I lost the beard too. Yeah, beard and mustache. I think they were causing me a little irritation. However, a year or so ago, I had a long, long beard, and that didn't bother me. So who knows? Just time for a change. It's hard to carry coffee, video, and open a gate. Yeah, I panicked and messaged Candy and said, hey, call me. I can't find my phone. And it went right to voicemail, so I don't know what that's about. So we shall see, but I had planned to sit in here. Thanks, Carrie. Me too. I almost didn't make it, but dang. My phone turns itself down. I need to go to settings and see if I can figure that out. I don't know. So Susan, I saw the package from you's on the way, so I'm excited about that. Hey Sandra. I got this little speaker. It's a speaker on each side, and then it has like a wireless charging port there. But my speakers died on my desktop, and I guess that's what's wrong. But man, have you tried to buy some little cheap speakers lately? Like those were like 15 or 14 bucks maybe. When I got them, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years ago. And this thing was $50 for this. Thanks, Candy. I haven't even looked at that today, and I needed to do it. I may wander back in there. I was sitting right there at it and didn't. Hey, Derek. What are the other three scars? What are y'all talking about? See you in a minute, Sean. Thanks, Roberto. And by the way, guys, if there's anybody in here, I doubt there is, but anybody that's not following Roberto RLC Aquatics, that's a great, great channel, and he's definitely one of us. He's fam, as we say. So he just had a surprise yesterday. So if you haven't seen his video from yesterday, I won't ruin that for you, but go check it out. It's got a lot going on over there. Hey, Nathan, great to have you here. Oh, no, thank you, Roberto. He's probably got the fastest growing channel that I'm sub to. And by the way, it is okay to use the sub word here. I don't think there's really anything to that, but people are free to use that. You don't have to say pineapple or whatever. Just do whatever makes you comfortable. I had an unboxing a little bit earlier today, and I had the idea that this might work out so that it would be, oh, I don't even have it on it, that it might, hey, look at that. You can see the ceiling, and you can see me, and you can kind of see the fish. I wonder if I rotate it. Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. See, that's what made me think my other phone was broken. I guess it locked itself when I started live streaming. So that's what happens when I know with superstition. There have to be some superstitions and mysteries and all that. So All the puffers are doing good, Roberta. I started to say that I had just done an unboxing from Bob Steenfott, and it was the long-awaited yellow rainbows. He's had them, but they always sell out. And I got 6 of them, half a dozen of them this time. And yeah, okay, Susan. So I wonder if I go ahead and start it up in landscape mode, if it'll lock in landscape. I mean, we're okay what we're doing, but that's, you know, I really like to do the video in landscape. Hey, John. Great to have you here. I'm glad you could stop by. John is another kind of new to the fam. If you haven't checked out his channel, John of Oof. He's also an art collector, so have that in common with him. Candy's trying to reorient me. It's difficult, guys, especially when I'm upset over losing my phone. I got those rainbows, and they all came in looking gorgeous. And I've even done a little follow-up video to them, but I had also ordered some Jurapari, which are Geophagus, and they're probably my favorite Jurapari. They're just all spangles, they're whole body spangles, and I have 3 or 4 large ones, so I didn't need a set of 6. You know, Bob has those special deals where he groups his fish, and especially fish that should be, just like the rainbows were 6 for a certain price, and they end up coming out cheaper as like on sale than if you just buy one fish. And some he likes to keep in groups. But I asked him if he'd give me a special dispensation since I didn't want 10 Jurapari. They get pretty big. They get 7, 8 inches, sometimes bigger. So he did create me a group of 3. Hey, Jeff, Valley Fish. And so I got those in as well, and they're cute. They're so cute when they're little, and they're gorgeous when they're big. So they're all in their respective tanks. So I've got a bunch of rainbow fish now. You know, all the rainbow fish came out of quarantine and went in that 33 long. I moved some catfish that are beautiful catfish. I know, I told my sister once when I was driving, that's what's scary. I said, I can't find my phone, hold on. I know, and I hate being old. I mean, I hate it, but I can't blame it on that because I've always been forgetful, So, and then the surprise fish that he sent me, that's probably what Candy's wanting me to ramble on to. He sent me some Rosie Danios, and I have some of those. I lost a couple of them, but I think I got 6 of those from him before, and I have 3 or 4 of them left. So he sent me several of those. They're actually still floating in the bag. They're in a big bag, so they're fine. I didn't get them acclimated yet and didn't get them over to their tank, but they're going in the rainbow tank that has the smaller, younger rainbows, not my big rainbows in it. And there are lots of Danios in there. I've got those orange fin Danios from Dan and lots of stuff that makes me, I think I might be able to scroll this with it. Oh, wow. There's Ed. Yeah, this thing is what I've needed, or something like this. There go the dogs. Yazzie, the little one that went on the trip with me recently, he got out when I was coming through the gate, so he's running around in here making them bark. You think so, Ed? You've never seen me with a cap, have you? My hair doesn't look bad. It's just, you know, that's the best it can look. Need a haircut real bad, really bad. So, yeah, I don't have any of the new cool hats that stand up. This is an old hat, probably 25 years old. It's right after the Jaguars came into existence. I was living in Florida then. Thanks, Wyoming. Was there one other thing in the box? Yes, Candy, there was one other thing. Gosh, Candy, that's what's going to happen is when I'm not going to the nursing home. My family knows that. I'm going to stay here and have someone come in and help me as much as I need for cleaning and stuff. But God, I hope that's still a couple of years off. When I open the box up, and guys, check it out because I put it in both of those Steenfott unboxing videos. There's a gorgeous, I guess a 9x12 or thereabouts photograph, and it's on Canon paper. Beautiful picture of a yellow rainbow. And I suspect it may be one of Jimmy's photographs. It doesn't say, and Bob didn't say on it, so I used it in the video. You know, if I have to take it down, that's fine, but I'm pleading innocence. It was a photo from Jimmy. Oh, wow. I'm gonna have that framed and to go in with the other art that I have going. I'm gonna put the fish, the 4 different fish formats. Ed got that and I got that from Sarah. And then this might make a good center to them and put them above that rainbow tank. So I have lots and lots of stuff to get framed. They're gonna be happy to see me at the frame shop. I use a little place, a little lady that, she's probably my age, maybe a little older, but she's done it for like 40 years and she's cheaper than Hobby Lobby, and she gives me a discount because I volunteer with animals, so I'm gonna get that done. Is that Ginger Graves? Ginger, I finally got some of the rainbows. Some of them slipped by you. Yeah, some of them slipped by the yellow. Yazzie, come here. Yazzie. Yazzie, come on. Come here, boy. Come here. Come here, sweet boy. Sweet boy, come here. Hey. Hey. Get him, Tibby. I don't know what he's into. Could use 10 more likes. That was another thing we discussed. Sorry, the dog's here, Yazzie, playing with the cats. Is whether really 50 likes, whether that really gets you to, whether YouTube recognizes that and it's something they want to share more or something, or if that is just myth. So it's good to know. Somebody that knows YouTube, but how would you find out? Like Pam's had a problem getting her stuff fixed with YouTube for a couple months. I know, right, Candy? I get my videos and streams referred back to me pretty regularly, so I don't know if 50 is the number or not. No, I don't complain. I'm grateful for every single like, and you watched them? Yeah. They haven't colored up still, but they will. They will. It says 21 likes here. I may have to look for something like this little pedestal thing. It's a charger, but it's not charging now, of course. But I could be charging and talking on it at the same time. So I may end up getting another one after complaining about the cost. I wish I had looked at that. If Candy will remind me later on, or somebody will remind me, I'll go back and look and see what it says. I just hadn't got that far. It seems like it doesn't do it till noon or the afternoon, so I just got involved with those fish and actually just finished feeding for the... Come here, boy. Come here. Let's see. Come here. Come on. You're just a tease. Come here. Yazzie. What was that about my dad comment? Because maybe the dog knowing better than to let Bob catch him. Yeah, and he's over here now. He's about 2 feet from me. And when he wants me to pick him up and rub his chest for 2 hours while I'm doing ARC emails and stuff. Realize that 2 tanks it. What? Say it ain't so, Ginger. Yeah. Yep, that'll do it. That's all it, as you know, that's all it takes is just one dormant ick, not an egg, but you know what, a cyst. I guess it is a form of egg. Oh, well, you got the ick, I'm sure. I wish I'd bought stock in that stuff back in the day. Come here, Yas. Come on. People want to see you. Come on. I know, there's Tibby. Tibby's sweet. Yeah. Tibby's a good man. Well, one thing about it, I don't have any statistics or hardcore data, but it's just, it seems like That it may be a fallacy, but it seems like the more tanks you have, the more odds you would have something go wrong. But that may be wrong because each tank is an individual thing too. It's kind of like playing the lottery numbers, I guess. If you play the same number every week or however often it is, no stock, your number would eventually come up. But that's not true. I used to play the same number all the time in Florida, and I would win $50, $20, $35 every now and then, but I spent a lot more than that. But I finally realized I wasn't going to win. I need to be saving my money. But it's a different game every time. Hey, Melvin, great to see you here. It's a different game every time, so it doesn't have anything to do with you. If the numbers stayed the same every time, then your odds would decrease, but they don't. They don't. Hey, Alice, what's going on in your part of the world? Ginger, it's like killing a rat with a machine gun. No offense to rat keepers. We've had some mice, and well, actually, they were rats. Just a plague of them at the Ark, and we have food stored, in our basement and then on like a back porch that's a room, really. It's insulated and all that. And they've just gone completely crazy, so we've been having to poison those. And like Friday, was walking dogs, and there were four. They started sniffing around in the flowers, and there were 4 dead rats in there. So it's working, but it's so sad that you have to get rid of them. But they're just, ooh, there must have been dozens of them. Somebody said a building in the neighborhood that's a rental building that they had condemned it, and I don't see signs, but they had moved everybody out for rats and bugs and all that. Got to 30. Candy's working hard on that. And we even have less time because I couldn't find my phone. This says 29, Candy, so somebody might have changed their mind. 33 watching. But yeah, I apologize again. My phone was laying by an aquarium in a place that I don't usually lay it. And I remember now going over there, I had left an empty can that had cat food in it while I was feeding Nelson this morning. And for some reason, I set the can down on top of his screen, on top of his tank. And I went over to get that to toss it, and for some reason laid the phone down there. You getting cardinals, Candy? I love cardinals. Have a bunch of them. Ed, are you really having trouble finding toilet paper? I thought you were joking. Walmart has it here in Cleveland. I bought it for myself and bought Ark supplies. Am I going to take your son to the park? How old, Roberto? Oh, you're going to take him. I thought you asked me. Okay, Bob. I do that more and more. I'm like, well, how old is he? Have fun. See you later, Jeff. Thanks for stopping, and thanks for the like. Appreciate it. Jeff's got some awesome guppies. You guys, if you aren't aware of his channel, you need to check him out. He's got some cool breeding projects. Jeff meaning Valley Fish. There's Tim. I don't think I saw you, Tim. There's Dee. Well, Ed, they have it at the old Walmart here in Cleveland, the original Walmart that's near me and nearest to you, because I bought a bunch of it for the Ark. Most of it goes, to visitors, but I bought more for me than I usually buy. I thought, well, if other people are hoarding, I'm going to make it worse and hoard also. Thank you, Candy. Yeah. Jeff has a really nice channel, and he's like me. He kind of rarely asks for likes and subs and stuff like that. He just wants to ramble about his fish. But he has some awesome projects, and he's got cool dogs too. Every now and then he treats us to seeing the dogs playing. I didn't see Kim there either. She must have just gone by. Let's see. No, I don't want to report anything. Oh, lurking and working. That sounds like Pam. What are you working on, Kim? Lurking and working. Like a job. I think she's a dog groomer. She grooms pets. Hey Bob, yeah, I didn't see that. I need to look at the scroll down. She did tell me that. I was so happy to get that. Almost more excited than getting the fish. But yeah, I wasn't sure I could show it and use it, but I did. So. Well, Ed, let me know if you need me to pick you up some, and I will be happy to do so. Did the picture come from you or from Jimmy? I'm thinking you had a Jimmy picture from for some other reason. I hope it wasn't your picture that Jimmy gave you and you gave it up. Hey GRB. Hey Ozzy. Did you see the little Jurapari? I don't know if you've had time to look at the unboxing video, Bob. I'm sure with, what do you have, 40,000 subscribers? That you watch all their videos. But the little Jurapari, those were the ones I was a little concerned about. Oh yeah, I thought I remembered that. Well, that's really cool. See you later, Susan. I'm on the lookout for the package from you. It should be here tomorrow. Yeah. I went back and did a little bit close-up of them in the little specimen container and then let them go in the tank and was careful to make sure some of the big fish didn't think it was food. And they went right into a plastic plant and stayed together, but they've eaten and they're all over the place in there. They got lots of little fish to play with. A break and a bob. I hope I'm the Bob you're talking about, otherwise that's TMI, Pam. And you know, I didn't know what a bob was till you told your tornado story. Well, right, Candy? I didn't know what a bob was. Why? Well, you said it. A break and a bob. Pam has some awesome stories, I know that. She's got some great guests coming up. I won't spoil her thunder. She's been talking about it a little bit on some of them. Did you ever hear from the one that you hadn't heard back from, Pam? I won't say who it is in case you're holding your cards close. Okay. Well, all you can do is ask. Rawl came to Chattanooga. Why does it have to fade out after the messages go by? Why didn't it just leave like 20 of them up? Yeah, she's got the best stories too. I don't even see where Rawl said anything above there. I don't even see Rawl, unless Rawl is a different, oh, there we go, Raw's Aquatics. Was in Tennessee earlier. Didn't say Chattanooga. Okay. Why, Chewy? This works a lot better for me too, because I don't have to go like that and look under my glasses. I was watching, had a sleepless night recently because I drank coffee too late, and I thought Pam and everybody else does it, so I forgot to take my coffee like at 8 or 8:30, and I remembered it at 10. Well, I was still awake the next morning when the dogs wanted out at 5:30. So I watched, I bet you do, Pam. I watched the video, which I'd really never ever seen, of Q Aquatics, where I was on there a few weeks ago. And besides, and she kept straying, but she never, bless her heart, she never did say, "Can you speak up a little bit?" or "Are you guys not hearing Bob like I'm not?" Or so. Can you guys hear me okay? It should be close enough. The only thing is the speaker to this thing is down there where I have it sitting. Okay. I started to say this is probably not made for talking on it, just charging it. What does what stand for, Alice? I get behind so easily here. John of Oof, Alice. I used to have a cigarette before bed and first thing when I'd wake up, sometimes before I'd get out of bed. Oh, the oof. Somebody in the cartoons and the funny papers used to say oof. Maybe more than one of them. I think on Blondie that Dagwood probably said oof. They're not really sounds that you see so much now, Alice. New fish are fine, Rolf, thanks. Doing great. Plus I got bonus fish. Rosie Daniels. I have crypt plants coming from Susan, and I have 5, I think, adult self-cloning crayfish. So I have another unboxing maybe tomorrow. Yeah, Batman for sure. I don't think I ever had a Batman comic book. Zebras are so pretty. I got the orange fin zebras. They actually are a thing. They're their own species from Dan's Fish. He has 7 more, and I want them, but I really don't need to put 7 more Danios, especially now that Bob gifted me some Danios. Oh, Bob's paying attention. Well, and I kind of like to have some gold coins too. And I kind of like to have a truck, one of those covers to go on my truck bed. Pam, what are you into now? Red Bull, cinnamon. Well, that really surprised me, Bob, and I appreciate them. They look great. They're floating in the tank still, but I'll have them out soon. I make mine stay outside, Nathan. I don't bring my card in, but you do need it for some things to order on, but I leave it in my wallet in a little hidey place, the first place that somebody that breaks into cars would look, in the truck in the garage. But so I have to go out, and it's going through one whole room, through the kitchen right into the garage, but I fuss about it. And I've thought about writing the numbers down or taking pictures of the numbers, and I don't, because it's a good deterrent, because I'm lazy when it comes to stuff like that. I'm lazy. It's getting dark. So it's 6:41. It's starting to get dark. Yep, I love my rummy noses. I've got a bunch of those too. I've got way too many small fish in that 140 breeder. But I'm moving fish around. So I may be thinning some out. I just saw the time. So we've got a little over 15 more minutes. And there were a couple of things that I thought about bringing up, serious topics, not to be serious, but just serious topics. That kind of didn't go together, did it? But anyway, not joking. I know I cut up and joke a lot, and I find too when I'm like that and talk about being old that sometimes when I might offer advice or say this has worked for me, that it may not, and that may be me more than the other person. It may not be taken as seriously, but I don't know. It is what it is, and I like to be foolish and cut up. So, but that doesn't mean I don't know a little bit about how to keep fish. But anyway, totally unrelated to my topics. It got so quiet, Jesus. 33 likes. Wow. Watch it go down now. What were my topics? One, probably the most important one. They're both important. They're just things that I like to kind of not make a big deal about or spend a lot of time talking about, but maybe in the future have a stream on each one of them or a discussion. And I was going to I think, Candy, you're the only mod here. I think you are. Diabetes and what's good for it. I need to sub to that. Usually I see Brandon and Recon. And since I was 10 minutes late, and my talk of not doing scheduled streams or doing them, they probably thought I wasn't going to go. The one I started to mention to you three guys, and that's when I realized I'd lost my phone. I started to send you just a group message and say, hey, I'm going to talk about a couple things if I run out of things to talk about. And one of them might be the role of the mod. Just to look at that and just, thundering, just to kind of reflect on that. I think most of us have an idea what it is. And I thought you were talking about the mod thing. What is the role of the mod and what does the mod do? And I know posting links and when people mention things like I mentioned Jeff Valley Fish having a great channel, and he does. He does a lot of genetics and breeding, and he's one of the group of us like Ed, Chattanooga Ed, that follow Doug Gray, and so he's that kind of fish keeper. So I like that, and I think anybody that breeds live bears would like him. But Candy posted a link to his, and that's what good mods do. One of the things good mods do, but sometimes you have 5 mods in a stream and only one of them's posting links, or one of them's helping the person that owns the stream, there is a job description for moderators, and I think it would be good sometime, not today, but to talk about what that is and to know what you should expect from your personal mods and the mods that are in a stream when you're there. Candy is an awesome mod, and as is Brandon, and Recon is fairly new to it, but he's an awesome mod also. All 3 of them are. Hey, Steven, how you doing? One of your talk that you wanted to, you're right, yeah, and I remember that one. You're right, thank you. And I had just told somebody that I almost stepped on their stream a while ago. It was going to be today. You can't get her to stop modding. Well, Candy, and I didn't know this till recently, don't let me run over, guys. We got 14 minutes. she has shared, and I didn't know it till recently. Someone asked her about modding a lot, and she said, when with Kayla being sick and or even just having procedures and stuff, she would have so much time waiting and being with him or taking him places and stuff like that. If I'm saying anything wrong, Candy, correct me, of course. But she had so much time doing that sort of thing that she just kind of got into it. And I think John, KG Tropical, she told me once was her first wrench. So she has many, many, many since then. But she definitely has a handle on what the job is and what the job entails. And she is not just a good mod, she's an excellent mod. And when I first started modding a couple of channels, one was for Dan's Fish. Candy was there locally, and so I just copied what she did, or tried to copy to the best of my abilities. It's not easy to copy Candy, as you might guess, but that's kind of who I watched and learned from, and that's what helped me become, an average mod. I would say I'm average. Yeah, well, it's a serious job, and it can be something that can blow up on you. It can make people mad at you. It can, you have to be above reproach. You have to be fair. And, the people in a stream can make a mod's job easier or can make it harder, and all of the mod jobs are volunteer jobs. Well, except I get paid a lot on the one channel that Candy doesn't get paid on, but I'm not supposed to talk about that one. It's just something to think about. I just think it's an area in our fish fam that we kind of take for granted, that we have excellent mods, that we have Candy and other excellent mobs. Candy, you're not supposed to say that because that puts pressure on Dan to pay Lumpy Dog. He wants to fire Lumpy Dog anyway. Wait a minute, that's me that wants him to fire him. But yeah, we just kind of take it for granted, I think. Some of us, and sometime, and not all the time. But you see people thank mods at the end of a stream too, or you see people thank one mod when all the mods have been posting links and doing things. And sometimes duties are divided up. You'll see mods assume this role or that role, and they don't compete with, like Pam was saying, the first one to post a link. What is his name? Our other mod, and I like his channel too. Our newest mod on Dan's stream. Shoot. Anyway, like his job, Skipper. Yeah, Skipper's Aquariums. Skipper, when Dan asked us if we need help, we kind of talked and said, well, one thing that would be nice would be to have someone like that doesn't keep posting questions. And, if you miss a question, even though Dan likes you to put the @Dan's thing, that mod would bring it to his attention. So that's worked great. It keeps the rest of us from having to police that and monitor that. So, but things like that, but I think YouTube is getting rich, and I just enjoy company. Oh, they're definitely getting rich. But anyway, at some future time, I'd like to explore that more and maybe just I'm sure most of us could benefit from learning and understanding more about what the mod's job is and what it entails and what the nice things and the not so nice things could be. Is that something you guys would be interested in, maybe as a real topic, and maybe even having guests, like a real live stream? So let me know. You've got plenty you don't have to speak here. Thanks, Nathan, but you can put it in the comments. And Candy is awesome. She definitely is awesome. But I'd like to get the perspective of some of the mods, and the people that do the job are the people that need to talk about it and share their thoughts and feelings, and people that have had experiences with mods, good or bad. So, hey, Mark, glad you're here. But yeah, I just think it would be a good time to revisit that. I've been doing this for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. You guys know I can't remember. And I don't think I've ever been in a stream or a discussion where mods, what their role is. And, a good mod can make or break a channel too. I don't think that other mod is slacking when it's Candy around. She's just fast and most others know it. Yeah, oh yeah, Candy, if it's to post a link, I don't usually even try unless she's saying be right back or something like that. I know she's got up for a minute and then I'll make the effort, but I never even try to, just the random links, like not random, but like in Bob Steamfots, we just randomly post his website and to become a member, and KG Tropicals, those streams, we just do that, so it doesn't matter. But to try and beat her to find a link, I don't even try to do that. But no, I'm not saying that I'm slacking or other people are, but you'll go through a whole stream is what I'm saying, and you'll see, Candy or whoever, it's not necessarily Candy there, and the one mod does all the work, basically. The other one says hello to people, which is important to greet people and all that too, but yeah, Bob gives us big bonuses at Christmas. I've heard, I wasn't there last Christmas, but I'm looking forward to that. Hey, Lucky Stone, glad to see you here, and glad to see that your channel grew some from last week, you being here. So, guys, check out Lucky Stone. He's got a fish aquarium, but we haven't seen it yet. He's got a cool cat, and he really has some interesting views and things that he shares while he's outside walking usually. So how much time do we have now? About 7 or 8 minutes. So yeah, that's just something, not to make anyone uncomfortable, I just think it's an area that's neglected. And I think two people add as mods half the time at work when they're streaming or they stream. Well, sometimes adding somebody as a mod is a friendship thing or a thank you, kind of thing. And is that wrong to do that? Or, that's a good thing, Virginia. Ginger, I was talking to an ARC volunteer earlier named Virginia. Ginger, that's a good point, and I've recently, 3 different places that I was modding, I just, asked not to do it anymore because I got over 25 and it's just too much, even though not a lot was expected or asked from me, and I still modded some that I just don't go, mainly because they don't have a scheduled time, and I think about that with me not really wanting to do a scheduled time. So yep, you ask the same questions over and over, answer the same. Oh, I know. Yep, exactly, Tom. A good mod is worth their weight in gold, and a good mod can really make a channel money, or they can piss people off and make them not want to watch, so yeah. I know he said that tongue in cheek, but it's true also, it is, Candy. So that's one thing, and the other thing, try not to ramble too much on it because we got about 4 or 5 minutes. Shh, there's Brandon. We're talking about the role of mods, basically, Brandon, and if that would be a good topic for the future, and it seems like there's enough interest to do it. Also would want to talk about streaming and being cognizant of when people have a scheduled stream, and I have made the mistake twice that I can remember since I started doing my scheduled stream of not looking, and I was new, but their schedules posted. It's on Brandon's Facebook Fish Tubers live stream, and no, Fish Tubers. Yeah, it is work, and a lot of people want to be a mod because they think it's cool. It's not cool, trust me. It's not cool. So, I mean, it's if you take it seriously and you really mod and you're there for the person that owns the channel, you work. Here's somebody down here. Oh, he's just teasing me. But anyway, notifications. Thank you, Candy. See, there's another excellent example. So, all of that time you were teasing me. What you been into? What you been into? But yeah, being cognizant of if somebody has a time scheduled, and that's their time, they kind of have that slot. And I know some people do that and some people don't. They don't look and they just schedule a stream. But if you're a big channel and you schedule a stream, you know, on, say, my time, no one's done that. But for example, a little channel, a little bitty channel like me, no one's going to be on my channel. They're going to, you know, watch the big show. You know, they're going to be more interested. And I'm that way too. You know, if I have a choice, I'll usually go. That's Yazzie. He's the one that went to the fish store that day with me. Yeah, he looks bigger than he is. But anyway, I'm not going to be able to talk about, he's got gator teeth. Yeah, Ed's met him. I'm not going to be able to talk about that too much in depth, but it's just something that I think we should all be more aware of. And how would the discussion on that I would like to have with people is how would you handle that if somebody streams on your time, or, you know, how would you handle that? What's an appropriate way to do that, you know? And I see a need for that discussion because more and more of us are streaming. And I don't want to go on anybody else's time, and I don't want to run over on anybody else's time. That's why I keep watching. I think we should all modern police ourselves and try to keep, yes. That's an excellent ideal, Chevy Fish, an excellent comment, and I agree with that 100%. And he could eat you too, Ed. Every little finger you've got, he could eat them. Right, Yaz? Right? So anyway, hey, Brandon, just a couple of things that, you know, I see come up, and they keep coming up, and it'd be nice if there was an expected way or to handle stuff like that. Because a lot of people won't speak up for themselves, I guess. So we're a group, we're a family, so we need to have some kind of understanding of that stuff. Hey, Kenny. All right. Oh, 2 minutes. My phone must be fast. So we're going over to Rob 93 next. I always, when I go there, I'm always amazed at the difference. Most of you guys are there, and of course a lot more. The difference in the energy level and the content, but I guess we all have a variety of things we can appreciate. But thank you, Candy. But the energy level there is like 1,000 times above what it is here. But you know, that's okay. I enjoy that too. All right, Rob just popped up, so let's head on over there. Do we need a hashtag? How about hashtag Candy is great? Hashtag Candy is great. See you there. Candy is great. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Candy. Thanks, Ed. Yeah, but there's definitely an energy level there. There you go. Brandon's got it. I'm going to copy his. We'll find Candy's link. There we go.
Can you hear me? Aqua is a little late. They can hear me.